did introduce myself. Del Griffith. Del Griffith. Del Griffith.
Tom Cruise is weird. He's often praised as one of the last movie stars, pouring immense passion into every role he tackles. The man is fearless, pulling off stunts that no other actor would even think of performing, and he's just as good of a character actor as he is a leading man. Yet when you take a better look at him outside of film, there's something off about him, something weird. From odd interviews that inspired psychopathic character portrayals to behind-the-scenes stories circulating about his overly positive attitude. But dig deeper and you start to see the more controversial side of him with his ties to Scientology. The side
I think they're alluding to, like, Patrick Bateman is based on Tom Cruise.
of him that has people jumping in joy when they divorce him. In this video, we're delving into the world of Tom Cruise.
Is that what she's doing there?
Jumping in joy.
How do you know that?
His ties to Scientology. The side of him that has people jumping in joy.
Oh, I'll have to find out about that. Hold on. Fuck, what would you call it? Nicole Kidman jumps for joy. No, okay, no Kidman. Divorce celebration, yeah, that's pretty bit. Okay, yeah, like it must have been that. Yeah, this was all staged. Think about it. This all would have been highly staged.
It's one of the most iconic paparazzi photos of all time. A jubilant Nicole
probably
Kidman
sneezing or
throws her arms in the air outside her attorney's office in Los Angeles after
not
finalizing her
what she's doing.
divorce from Tom Cruise in 2001. And Californian writer and producer Liz Maupin decided to recreate the famous image over the weekend as she
Badly recruited it. Right, anyway, sorry.
Joy when they divorce him. In this video, we're delving into the world of Tom Cruise. The best, the weirdest, and the most controversial aspects. The further we venture, the darker things get until suddenly, weird doesn't quite
See, a lot of my recordings fucked up, but we covered all these moments. Like, all these moments, we were there. And I don't think...
cut it anymore.
half
It
of
edges
them
closer
did.
to something bordering on insanity. And the only part that ends up being weird is our conflicted feelings about the man. We wanted to kick off on a positive note and give credit where it's due. In an era where the idea of the
This is supposed to be a Mandela effect. He's supposed to apparently had a white shirt or something.
kick off on a positive
But like, I think it's so pale, it doesn't even matter.
note and give credit where it's due. In an era where the idea of the movie star seems to be fading, Tom Cruise remains one of the last of his kind, and sticking around for so long in Hollywood is no small achievement. Ever since he busted out that famous underwear dance in Risky Business, Cruise has been bringing his A game. His career has soared, spanning an array of
Right, I don't like these type of videos. I don't want to get locked in his shit. So we'll see if we can do this again because this last one fucked up.
It was precious time with Hollywood's biggest star. An interview with Tom Cruise about his new film, War of the Worlds. There's no doubt the movie will be a success, with Cruise as the leading man and Steven Spielberg in the director's chair. But before we sat down, there was an unusual request. An invitation to a session on Scientology, the controversial religion Tom's been following for the past 20 years. So I went, and then I met him. And that's when I discovered there's another side to Tom Cruise, that when he's angry, the cool man of Hollywood can become downright icy. There's a saying in Hollywood, name 3 actors who can guarantee you a box office smash. Answer, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise.
I feel the need for speed.
And Tom Cruise.
Same clips.
For half his life, he's been the biggest movie star in the world. His films, even the bad ones, routinely rake in more than $250
Even the bad ones.
million.
What are the bad ones?
In a business where the bottom line is the only line, Cruise is king.
I think I feel, you know how I feel? I feel privileged. That's how I feel. I feel I live a privileged life.
At 42, he's one of the most powerful people in Hollywood, in control of everything and everyone he encounters.
How are you? Hey,
Tom.
Peter, how you been? Man?
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Long time.
I know.
Yeah, take a
How you
seat.
been?
You're
Where do you
there.
want me to sit?
But
Yeah.
today, that famous cruise control
Weird.
will be tested.
I actually have to
Stepping
say that
over the
again.
line
Hold
now.
on.
Okay.
Hey,
Tom.
Peter, how you been? Man?
Nice to see
No, hold on.
and everyone he encounters.
How are you? Hey,
Tom.
Peter, how you been? Man?
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Long time.
I know.
Encounters.
Hey,
And he encounters.
How are you? Hey,
Tom.
Peter, how you been? Man?
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Long time.
I know.
Take a
How you
seat.
been?
You're
Where do you
there.
want me to sit?
But today, that famous cruise control will be tested.
You're stepping over a line now.
Okay.
You're stepping over a line. You know you are. I'm just telling you right now. Put your manners back in.
Tom Cruise is used to getting what he wants. He was still a child when he first set his sights on Hollywood.
I wanted to be an actor when I was about 4 years old. Yeah, 4 years old. I thought about it. It was the first time I thought of being an actor. I was living in St. Louis. That was the very first time I thought about being an actor. It just evolved. I wasn't necessarily thinking of this. I mean, I didn't plan this out. This just happened.
Does he mean like interviews? Like just being interviewed, like you're like like as an actor. So he's not even talking about movies, like being in movies, shooting guns. He's talking about like being interviewed as a big actor.
It was the first time I thought of being an actor. I was living in St. Louis.
He just thought about it and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be an actor."
That was the very first time I thought about being an actor. It just evolved. I wasn't necessarily
He's disturbed by that, isn't he?
first time I thought about being an actor.
He's like, you could see his reaction just change, like from like to that.
I was living in St. Louis. That was the very first time I thought about being an actor. It just evolved. I wasn't.
It happens within a blink, we say. Hold on. Playback speed. Let's go right down.
That was the very first time I thought about being an actor. It just evolved. I wasn't necessarily.
It's very subtle, I'll give it to you. It's very fucking subtle, but like it's there. It is there. One more time. From the top. No interruptions, let's go.
It was the first time I thought of being an actor. I was living in St. Louis. That was the very first time I thought about being
Weird.
an actor. It just evolved. I wasn't necessarily thinking of
Being interviewed all the time.
this. I mean, I didn't plan this out. This just happened.
This boy from a broken home set himself a deadline to achieve success, and he didn't have to wait too long. In 1981, in his first film, Taps, the director was so impressed with the young Cruise, he gave him someone else's part.
It's beautiful, man. Beautiful. You want answers? I think I'm entitled.
He never looked back.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
In more than 30 films, he's given us some of the most iconic movie moments of the past 2 decades.
I love you. You complete me.
Show me the money.
You had me at hello.
But off-screen, Cruise has devoted much of his power, influence and substantial wealth to the Church of Scientology.
I want to know how much.
It's a
though.
controversial religious philosophy
I want to know how much he's worth and how much he's given to these people.
based on the teachings of L. Ron Hubbard. Scientologists believe we are spiritual beings in control of our own destiny, and that therapies like psychiatry wrongly label individuals. The message struck a chord with the young Cruise at a time when he was struggling with dyslexia.
I had what absolutely they defined as learning disabilities, dyslexia.
That's what you were diagnose that you had?
Sure, absolutely. That's what they do. They,
There was a wee look there as well in his wee face there. Can you see that? He was like, so that's you actually had that? We say, hold on. Let's go right down again. Let's go down slower this time. See if we can really see it.
Diagnose that you had.
sure, absolutely. That's what they do.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I went too slow. Let's just try it again. Not too slow.
Abilities, dyslexia.
That's what you would diagnose that you had.
Sure, absolutely. That's what they
See?
do.
There's a wee look
You
there,
know,
like
you've got ADD, ADHD. you
totally
go,
just
what
changes opinion from there. You go, you've got learning disability. You've got learning difficulties. You've got learning disabilities.
is the solution? That, well, there isn't a solution. And now today it's take drugs. They actually wanted to put me on drugs. My mother wouldn't let them back then. And then when a friend of mine actually gave me this, it was actually this picture book about suppression, and social and antisocial personalities. And I was like, what is this?
It's a fucking Scientology book. He's talking about SPs, suppressive personalities. Identify, address, confront, shut down. All this kind of shit.
He said Scientologist. I said, I'm very interested. And that's when I became a Scientologist, about 20 years ago.
It has obviously had a massive impact on you.
It was significant, I mean, you look at...
It's obviously like he's the only one in Scientology that has like hundreds of mils. Like, do you know what I mean? So they're just nice to him, and they're like, right, you're number two. They just give him honorary things. So he's climbing up the ranks all the time and all, and he's at the top of it,
As a father, as a actor, as a businessman, I mean, every level. It's something, these tools that I apply absolutely every day.
I've done my fair share of celebrity interviews, and often you'll be asked to meet certain requirements, like watch the movie that the star is promoting. But this is something new. Tom Cruise's office has asked me to come to the Scientology Celebrity Center in Los Angeles to embark on a 4-hour crash course in Scientology.
You flirt, please.
And what it's all about. Why then was it a condition of me talking to you today that I had to spend quite an intense 4.5 hours in the Church of Scientology here in Los Angeles?
Oh, you didn't have to. You could have said no.
I felt I had to.
Okay. Well, that's how you felt.
Mm.
People are interested in Scientology, and I find that people want...
There you go. That's what it is, guys. That's what it is. If you go there, you're just... That's what it's going to be. You're just going to be gaslit from the fucking get-go. Do you know what I mean?
Wanted to know. They want to know about it. And it's also, there's people out there that want help and that need help.
Would you also agree, though, Tom, that there's a perception out there that it gets bad press, cult-like secrecy, controlling, and you almost have to defend it?
I don't feel ignorance breeds bigotry.
Right.
Breeds racism. Okay.
Equals racism.
You have been there and you've seen it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you feel discriminated against when people say this is what Scientology is, that you're a bunch on a lunatic fringe or whatever? Does that...
Peter?
Tom?
No one's ever said that to me.
But no, I mean that perception.
Peter? Tom? That was weird. That was a weird wee thing. See, they are doing weird wee things. I could tell at the start there was something weird. Do you know what I mean? It's too late to go back. It is a wee bit. Oh.
No one's ever...
On a lunatic fringe or whatever? Does that...
Peter?
Tom?
No one's ever said that to me.
But no, I mean that perception out there.
Yeah, but that's not the perception out there.
Oh, that was weird.
That is absolutely, maybe from your perspective.
This isn't my personal opinion. I'm just saying, how do you feel about that when people...
Well, how would you feel?
Oh, if it was my faith, I'd feel
not even your own faith. I find that appalling when people who don't know what they're talking about say things like that. I think it's appalling. I think it's appalling that they're still burning synagogues in France. I think it's appalling how certain Muslims are being treated. I think it's absolutely appalling when we talk about freedom of speech and human rights. I think it's appalling that they electric shock people.
Do you know Ritalin is a street drug?
I think it's appalling that they drug children. I think it's appalling that they say that there are no solutions for those things. I think it's appalling that people have to live a life of drug addiction, okay, when I have personally helped people get off drugs.
Too many kids on Ritalin.
It's obvious Tom Cruise is a passionate man, especially passionate when it comes to his own family. He's determined his adopted kids, Isabella and Connor, will have as normal an upbringing as possible.
We need Cena.
At Screwfix, click and collect is even quicker when you check in on the app.
Your family life was difficult. You're estranged from your father and your mum and dad were divorced. Has that had an impact on you as a dad, how you bring up your children?
Your children?
I'm hoping to.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I hope I can.
Good.
He doesn't like these
absolutely.
questions.
You
He
know,
just doesn't
absolutely.
like the question. I don't think. Can I hear the question?
Life was difficult. Your
Family.
He just goes
He's
straight in with like, yeah, he goes in with these fucking questions, man.
Man, especially passionate when it comes to his own family. He's determined his adopted kids, Isabella and Connor, will have as normal an upbringing as possible.
As possible.
Your
No promises. We're not making any promises here. As possible. Do you know what I mean? They have to live within the DAD system. Activation unit. Like, do you know what I mean? There will be rules, Robbie. Okay? The rules will be there, Robbie. Okay? Decisions were made. Decisions were made, Tom. Robbie. There are rules. Got to work within our rules now, Tommy. It's not just part of the family, you're part of Scientology as well, the greater family. And we're just asking you to cooperate.
family life was difficult. You're estranged from your father and your mum and dad were divorced. Has that had an impact on you as a dad, how you bring up?
It's fucking personal, isn't it? It's a bit much, you know? This guy, I bet you Tommy just wants to cut his liver out and just eat it.
Your children?
Your children?
I'm hoping to.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I hope I can.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, absolutely. I've had a.
Because if he had said, I do have children, he would have just launched into something else. But the guy just happened to just be like, oh no, but I'm hoping to. Do you know what I mean? So then he had to be like, good. I can't say what I'm going to say. So I have to just give you advice now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I hope I can.
Good.
Had to readjust the seat. He was about to fucking climb out of his fucking chair there.
You know, absolutely. I've got a great mother and a very close family, and it's something that I always wanted to be a father. You know, and I think that one of the great things that we've done with our children is allowing them to be themselves.
Is that hard to give them a perspective that they are like the kids down the road, even though their parents are who you are?
Here's the point. Everybody's different, Peter. I don't buy into this whole thing of being normal. There's no such thing as normal. When you really look at someone's life and you look into their life, everyone has a story.
Yeah.
Everyone has something that is going on.
Nobody's normal.
That is very unique to them. So that, with regards to our children, it's, you know, I think they feel
We're all mental. We live in an insane world.
very fortunate for the life they have, and they're really good people. I'm really proud of them.
Of course, the Cruise children are Australian citizens
Robbie. Proud of you, Robbie.
and spend much of their time here with their mother, Nicole Kidman. But it
Why do they not want to live with Tom? Like, what the fuck? Tom's
was when our conversation turned to
cool.
Nicole that the cool man of Hollywood turned icy.
Now, Nicole, when you were married, it was like you were an adopted part of Australia. Do you still have a connection to Australia?
Yeah, well, my children are Australian. You know, absolutely.
That means no.
I have a lot of friends in Australia.
He hates the place.
I love Australia.
Hates it. Need to convince. He loves Australia. Just everything about it. Just the country. The map.
Was Nicole the love of your life?
Well, what are you alive?
What do you mean, Peter?
You were married for 10 years.
Listen, we raised children. You know, I mean, how do you answer that? How do you answer that question? She's someone that I plan on getting married again.
You do?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And having kids?
Absolutely.
But Nicole was a major part of your life and a love of your life at the time.
I loved Nick very much. There's no question.
Would you like Nicole to remarry?
Yes. I want Nicole to be happy. That's what I want.
And do you have a relationship where you talk, it's a parenting relationship, and talk professionally about each other's work?
Listen, here's the thing, Peter. Yeah. You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line. You know you are.
I suppose they're questions though, that people want to know.
Peter, you want to know. Take responsibility for what you want to know. Don't say what other people. This is a conversation that I'm having with you right now.
You're right.
Okay, so I'm just telling you right now, okay? Just put your manners back in.
Do you think I was out of line?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I apologise for that.
Good.
Sincerely.
Good.
Sincerely. Fuck me. All right. What's that? Grand music.
Choose to cruise. Cruz Campo, Sevilla.
I admired her, and I thought that I wanted to meet her.
Yet seldom a week goes by when Tom Cruise's private...
And we covered all this. Well, we didn't cover this. This is impossible to get, I think, this interview. I think Tom scrubbed this. Or he's got his lawyers, and you can't really get it, because I was looking at it. Not on YouTube, anyway. Maybe somebody somewhere's got it, but I couldn't get it. I wanted to get this interview. This is fucking gold.
Life isn't very publicly displayed.
Tom, does that mean you're going to ask her to marry you? Does that mean you're going to ask her to marry you, Tom?
In this recent appearance on the Oprah Winfrey Show, he openly, and some have said over-enthusiastically, declared his love for new girlfriend Katie Holmes.
Oh, right. Is that what that is? Red stinking?
That's how I feel about it.
Do you believe in your role that there is a place where the world does want to know about your
That's who's thinking. I didn't even know that was that's what it could have been.
personal life? And there is a line that you have to draw?
Absolutely. I mean, I know people are interested. I don't have a problem with that. And I also don't have a problem to say, hey, listen, you know, where I am with Nick is in a great place. I don't mind answering questions, but there's a way of phrasing something that's polite and has manners, and things that I say, you know what, I wouldn't answer that to someone coming up to me at a party.
Yeah.
I have no problem. Of course I know people want to know about my life.
Yeah. But when I read so much about you, Tom, these are questions you answer.
Peter, you want to waste your time on this right now?
I don't.
Or do you want to ask some other questions?
20 years' time, where will Tom Cruise...
Good. You want to move on? Peter, come on. Let's go, man.
And so we did.
That our world was being watched.
Get down! Just get up! Get down! Get
To Cruise's new movie, War of the Worlds.
Give me one, Rob.
A $200 million remake of the H.G. Wells classic. Teaming up with the most bankable director in the world, Steven Spielberg, Cruise plays a father trying to save his family amid an alien invasion.
One, Rob.
I love him as an actor. And he's a very underappreciated natural actor. I mean, he plays, you know, bigger than life hero characters in many of his films. But he's never played a dad.
He looks like fucking Tom Hanks. Steven Spielberg really looks like Tom Hanks.
And he's
Nah, man. Are they like brothers? Like, I bet you they're fucking brothers. Like Tom Spielberg. Or Stephen Hanks. I don't know. Hankberg. I don't know. Hanksky.
He's a great father. I know him more as a father than in a professional working experience. I'd known him since '83, and I knew Tom when he got his when he first adopted his first two kids, and so I really felt that this part suited Tom to a T.
Take care of our kids.
Rachel? Sweetheart?
Kids are adopted? Oh my god. I was gonna say in part one, like, oh my god, I don't even know if I want to even say it now, because my channel will be banned. But I was gonna say, like, Tom was looking very weird, like, in that American-made 70s movie. He was only looking like, do you know what I mean? He was looking a bit weird, if you know what I mean. Go back and look at it. Go back and look at part one, and then Nicole Kidman. Take a look at it. Take a mofo and look. That's why the kids are adopted. I can't say anymore.
I need you to get your suitcase.
Who's the star in this? Is it the aliens?
Grab the fucking bread, get the ham, get the cheese, get the mustard, get all the essential shit.
Martians, or is it Tom Cruise?
I don't know. I never kind of look at it like that. It's a.
What did he say?
Martians, or is it Tom Cruise?
I need you to get your suitcase.
Who's the star in this? Is it the aliens, the Martians, or is it Tom Cruise?
I don't know. I never kind of look at it like that. It's a story. It's a story about this family. The aliens are spectacular. The tripods are spectacular. The sequences are spectacular. But at the bottom of any story, if you don't have those characters that you want to follow as an audience, that's really what I invest in when I'm seeing a movie.
Just take those old records off the shelf.
It's been an extraordinary life so far. Cruise's wealth is estimated
Why was it up
at
so fucking loud?
$450 million.
Probably couldn't hear me the
And
whole
his
time.
10% take from War of the Worlds could add another $100 million. But he insists it's not the fortune nor fame that drives him.
I wanted an adventurous life, my whole life. I want to know people. I want to understand what life is about, Peter. And I
just want to live life. I want to live my life. I just want to live.
I want to help people. It's not something that I just say. It's something that I actively pursue, and that's how I feel. I feel privileged, truly.
Tom, thank you.
Peter, thanks, man.
What I'd call an interesting interview.
Thanks, pal. It was terrific. Thank you. Thank you.
It was terrific. God,
it was terrific.
Even after you told me to learn some
was
manners.
weird.
That's all right. You stepped out of line. I whacked you. We got on with it.
Good on you.
That was stankin'. One more time.
Thank you.
Peter, thanks, man.
What I'd call an interesting interview.
Thanks, pal. It was terrific. Thank you. Thank you.
It was terrific. God,
it was terrific.
Even after you told me to learn some manners.
That's all right. You stepped out of line. I whacked you. We got on with it.
Good on you.
Thanks, buddy.
That is fucking absolutely what it is. Let me get a beer. I'll be back.
Del Griffith.
I could take anything.
Wow. I mean, that was close. You're messing with the wrong guy. We can laugh about it now. We're all right. Del Griffith. Del Griffith. Del Griffith. Del Griffith.
So, I think that is it for tonight, guys. Unless we can find something really, really quick. Let me have a look here. Alright, fuck it. We'll go with this quickly.
At Amazon, you'll find stylish offers, fabulous deals, and low prices.
I'm sorry. Fellas, I didn't catch y'all's...
Tom Cruise with an American accent. I'm talking American. It's Tom Cruise, but he's putting on an accent. It's weird.
names. Jorge Ochoa. Carlos Lara. Pablo Escobar. A couple of $1 billion from now, they'd be known as the
That is fucking shit.
Medellin Cartel. And back then, they were just three businessmen trying to figure out how to get their merchandise to the United States.
The United States.
There was just one small problem. See, pilots, they were killing themselves trying to get off that runway. I see you had a few other boys try to make it out of here.
See, terrible pilots.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they were heavy, you know, carrying a lot of fuel to make it to the States and merchandise. Yeah, you know, this airport, I mean, it's high altitude and a short runway. And, I mean, shit, you got trees and mountains on both sides. Is there somewhere else I could take off from?
Nowhere the army wouldn't notice.
Well, can you make the runway longer?
Oigan a este huevón.
Decirle que si quiere que yo vuele el avión también.
Que no pida más. No. Ese man no va a ser capaz de levantar esa avioneta, mijo.
They say I should get rid of you. That you can't do it.
Music. It's one of those movies with all fucking things. Just a new scene, new mood, new music. That's shit.
We have our people in Miami. They're gonna land at the Okeechobee Airport between
Should have been Antonio Banderas.
2 and 6 a.m.
Look, there's been a change of plans because I ain't landed in Miami.
Se llama Macana.
Oh, thank you. Gracias. See, I ain't landed anywhere with this stuff. That's how y'all got in trouble. Now look, just hear me out. I know Louisiana. Now here's a map. Now I'm gonna drop this stuff right where X marks the spot. All right? Just.
What do you mean you're not gonna land, huevón?
Okay. No, just. Hey, come here. Just.
So if you would just be
look at
adding
this.
this wee detail in at the last minute before you take off.
Look. See right here? See that there? Right there's your $1 million door. All right, you just go around each side. Tight.
You know what a fucking team shit together.
No. No more. I said no more. No más. No más. No más. No más.
But there's plenty of room, gringo.
No, sí, hasta arriba.
Guys, it ain't about room, all right? It's about weight. Now, we agreed on 200. I even put on 300.
No, Barry, eso le cabe más hasta arriba.
No más. No más. Keep pushing, come on.
Need all the runway I can get.
Keep going. Keep going. Sigan. Paren. Hold. Bien. Gracias.
Jakey's gonna do it.
Whoa.
I think he's gonna take off.
Where the hell you think you're going, big fella? Come on. Out.
He's gonna guard the product.
This guy's fatter than fuck. I'm already 1,500 pounds overweight. Either I fly the big fella, or I fly your product.
This film is fucking
Good luck,
geek.
hermano. Christ will keep you safe.
I ain't gonna make this runway any longer.
Hey, Rory.
Give me that.
Tom Cruise.
Yo apuesto por Barry. Hágale. Papi, este es mi gallo.
Tom Cruise control.
Que le bolearan macheta a todos los árboles atrás.
Should they just use a camera with film and had film grain and just it would look properly authentic?
Hágale pues. Vea, súbale la apuesta, Carlos.
Absolute fucking shit, man. God.
Who, Shai, has most intimidated you that you've worked with, and who have you learned from the most? Everyone's intimidated by Oliver, right?
Yeah, different. Not intimidated.
Okay.
He would never look me in the eyes. He always looked just above my the eyelid.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just his way. Maybe just with me. But probably being around Hardy. Hardy's a bit of a gorilla on the set.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, probably. I was most intimidated by him. Yeah.
What do you mean a bit of a gorilla?
Well, he runs a set, you know, he pee in the corners. It's his set. You know it when you get there. Yeah. Yeah, don't feel like a shared space. It feels like his space. And, and you know, and he's a very good actor. And also super loving, but on a set, you're in his church. You know.
Who has taught you the most?
Bob.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if I really like that. I'm not surprised.
We could all just be quiet.
Yeah. Who, Shai, has most intimidated you that...
Bad guys fleeing the scene, think they're safe. Calling the hogs. All over this SUV.
I don't like this seat. I don't like this. You go land on anything. That's why we're out of that. Let's go back to see if I can find something quickly, or we're out here, dude. We're out. Please go hand on. Seen that one. No, we're done. We're done.
It's your first job? Well, late for a career change, ain't it?
Rory, do you want to fix things with your son?
Fucking hell.
Couldn't look him in the eye. Mortgage, back child support. That's
Fucking. The fuck's he called? Matt Damon. Matt Damon is back, folks. The official is back. He was away for a little while. Matt Damon.
It's on me.
Rory, are you sure you've tried everything?
Not everything.
I got a once-in-a-lifetime
Bastard.
score. You the Marine?
Yeah.
You the ex-con?
Yeah, I did time.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
trying
so
to
yeah,
get
fuck.
cast aspersions at me,
Stinking.
guy.
I'm
Go. Good. Stop talking.
No alcohol
Just that
detected.
same sort of shit in every film. Just that comedy shit.
Been about a week. The mayor's gonna be holding a party on election night. And there's gonna be money there, like none of you bums ever seen.
It's your first job?
I know what I'm doing.
A little late for a career change, ain't it? Be 60?
Quick question. If I'm giving instructions and they're not doing them,
Just say, I have a gun. What are you doing?
taking notes.
Taking notes on a criminal conspiracy.
Get down on the floor. Get on the.
Tie him up. You got like 6 zip ties, genius.
I have a gun.
Awful. Fucking bollocks.
family.
Come on, is this what we just watched? Yeah, this is the exact same fucking video. So that's guys. I clicked on the same video. That looked nothing like it. Oh god, I'm sick of this American made film. When you don't know how to